We are with Kale Causemaker from Innovative Solutions here at the Iowa Pork Expo, and we're going to talk to him about some of the products that they have going on and the different things that Innovative Solutions does for the pork industry. So thank you for making this trip.
Yep, thank you.
And let's take everyone back on Innovative Solution. You guys are kind of a newer company, but you're under an amazing parent company as well.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, so Innovative Solutions is about 5 years old, which is hard to believe already. And we're really a business unit within Kent. And I think probably most people in the industry are more familiar with Kent Feeds, almost a 100-year-old animal nutrition company in the Midwest and on the East Coast with a great reputation. And Innovative Solutions, again, is a newly formed division. And basically, we're an animal nutrition and health company. We're really focusing on new and novel feed additives across all species, but we really do have a focus on swine.
So you have a lot of different solutions through Innovative Solutions for hog producers. How are you helping with feed costs in that arena?
Yeah, sure, great question. Actually, it was a year ago here at Iowa Pork Congress where we launched Epicor, which is what we refer to as a novel swine origin probiotic. We discovered that. We were realized what the University of Arkansas was doing in terms of microbiome discovery and beneficial bacteria actually within the gut of a pig. And so we started working with them, and we eventually licensed a technology of 3 different bacterial strains that we later developed into a probiotic. And this is really about 4 years in the making. And what we have found, and through our research at the university and at our own research farm there in Muscatine, Iowa, that this L. plantarum organism really does help with feed conversion. The results that we saw, particularly the studies at our research facility, we saw almost a 6-point improvement in feed conversion. So at the time, last year and just prior to that, developing that with feed costs where they were, it was about a $2 a pig savings. Now today, thankfully for producers, input costs have come down somewhat, but still we calculate it to be about $1.40 per head feed cost savings.
Probiotics, when I think of it from a human perspective, it's very good for our bodies. How does it help hogs?
Yeah, essentially the same way. When you can introduce this beneficial live organism to pigs, to other species, what you really create is competitive exclusion, where the beneficial bacteria are flourishing, they're crowding out the harmful bacteria. And some of the other mode of actions I think that we've seen, that we've investigated is, well, we're obviously seeing a greater abundance of L. plantarum in the gut, which produce antimicrobial peptides themselves, which is beneficial. We've seen a reduction in Clostridia, a harmful bacteria, and we've also seen a ruminococcus bacteria strain that has flourished as well. And when that's present, a lot of times you'll see that you'll have better fiber digestion. So I think we're getting better nutrient utilization overall.
Another product that you like to talk about is the Humasin product in the swine industry. So how does that differ or help hog farmers as well?
So the main ingredient in Humasin is what we refer to as a humic substance. And Kent has been researching this humic substance, which is rich in fulvic and humic acid, for over 15 years. And when we developed the Innovative Solutions group, we decided, okay, how can we take this, how can we advance it and take it to the market, to not only swine producers, but to other monogastric species as well. And humic substances, if you're not familiar with them, they are in every soil around the world. They're really what helps plants stay healthy, helps with nutrient uptake as well. Well, that same philosophy or that same method is we have found is working in animal nutrition and diets as well. And what we've seen is that through our research that taking the humic, the fulvic acid, and also combining it with butyric acid, which helps with gut health, we've seen some we don't always see a performance response, but we see a very consistent response in reduction in mortality in young pigs, particularly disease-challenged pigs as well. And then just here recently, we've developed a liquid product for Humasin. We were working with a veterinary clinic in Iowa who was really wanting to investigate how can they help with heat stress in sows during the summertime. And we did some work with them, and we really saw some really great responses, not only in a reduction in mortality, but something that we probably weren't expecting, and that was a significant reduction in uterine prolapses, which we're not going to say this is a silver bullet for that, but I think one of the methods or the reasons for that could be is they saw about a 30% increase in water consumption. So I just think the better hydration in those sows during the time of farrowing has been very positive with the Humasin.
So you talked about the heat stress and how it helps with that. Are there certain times of the year that you should be using these products, or do you recommend them year-round?
We do recommend them year-round, and just like in some environmental challenges, just like in some disease pressure challenges, some of these feed additives like Humasin, you're going to see a better response naturally. But we do recommend it year-round.
You have a product coming out this year that you're really excited about, supporting soybean producers and working that into pig diets. Let's talk about that a little bit.
We're really excited about that. We here at the show, we weren't quite ready to tout it yet at the show. We are going to be at IPP in Atlanta next week, where we're going to kind of have a soft launch, but we are really excited and feel we're very fortunate with our previous relationship with the University of Arkansas. Renowned professor there, Dr. Billy Hargis, has discovered and developed a technology. It's a bacillus organism, a poultry bacillus that, with all the work that they have done, they have seen improvements in soybean utilization, particularly the breakdown of the NSPs in soybean meal, which is rather significant because presumably, with the biodiesel mandates, if that all stays the same with our new administration and maybe some potential tariffs and so forth, that we could potentially have a lot of more soybean meal on the market here in the U.S. domestically. At least that's what a lot of people are assuming. So it's going to be a cheap protein source. And this new bacillus, which we have named Argus after Dr. Billy Hargis, we should have commercially available around May 1. And yeah, we're very excited about what we've seen in lower energy, higher soybean meal type diets and recovering that feed conversion that you might not necessarily always see with higher levels of soybean in diets.
And you keep talking about the research farms and the research that you are doing on all of these products. With Kent Feeds having their own research farm, how has that been very beneficial for you guys to see how different things are working in the elements?
Yeah, it's perfect because we kind of do our pilot or benchtop studies, at our research facility, which our swine facility, it's a nursery and grow finish, about 400 head, just the right size. We can get enough replications. Dr. Michael Edmonds has been there for 30-some years, and he's been great to work with for us as we identify new technologies. We take them to our farm first, see if they have some promise, and then we take them beyond that. It's a good point you bring up. So, for example, with the Argus technology, we did a small study out at our research facility, swine study, saw the positive results we were hoping to, and next we'll be working with Kansas State University doing a larger nursery trial in April. So yeah, it gives us that ability to filter out some technologies first and then take them on to some further research. And we know we're perfectly aware that when we go out in the field with these products and talk with producers, a lot of times they're going to want to evaluate them on their farm,
right,
in their environment, but we'll at least have enough data for them to make that decision.
Thinking about the livability, people wanting to have the best care for their pigs, what are some takeaways or points that you would just put out there for pig owners?
Each production system has their own unique set of challenges. There's no doubt about that, but I don't think it would be hard for all of us to ignore today that PRRS and E. coli is one of our largest challenges. And again, I just, just what works for you. Look at the data. Obviously, mitigation of these type of challenges are not just nutritional mitigation. It's management. It's biosecurity. We all understand that. But from a feed additive perspective, just look at the data that the company may have and the research that they've done and see the results. And it's because right now, obviously it looks like there's going to be more profitability in these pigs. So the more you can keep alive, the better chance you're going to have to be profitable.
If people are looking for different solutions or innovations in the swine industry feed arena, how can they get a hold of you?
We do have a website, innovativesolutions.com, if you can believe that. You can contact any Kent Nutrition Group representative you may know, or you can look myself up on LinkedIn and contact me. I'd be happy to talk to you.
Well, thank you for sitting down with SwineWeb, and have a great show.
Thank you, Rachel.